Courts have been turning to Microsoft Teams in the new world where virtual hearings are the way courts are getting their work done. And LawToolBox is announcing today that we are automating breakout rooms for virtual hearings in Microsoft Teams. So LawToolBox has been creating legal software for law firms and legal departments since the late 90s, and we integrated our applications into Office 365 in 2013. We're an award-winning legal application that actually created our Microsoft Teams application for law firms and legal departments before Microsoft Teams was launched to the market. So in order to use LawToolBox breakout rooms for Microsoft Teams to enhance your virtual hearings experience, first we ask that you create the case within the Office 365 environment using LawToolBox. Once you've done that, this automatically can create a Microsoft team. And when you open the action menu, you'll see the meetings link in the top right corner, in the right-hand side of the screen. And this is where you can create not just this virtual hearing, but as the case progresses, you'll have subsequent virtual hearings, and you'll be able to access all of the information to as that case progresses through time and link it back to your case management. So once you've clicked on the meetings in the top right-hand corner, you'll click on Schedule Meeting, and this will allow you to create not just the main event for your hearing, but also, depending on whether this is a divorce or a civil litigation or workers' comp hearing, you can create breakout rooms accordingly. So a sidebar for just the judge and the attorneys, and then breakout rooms for the clients and their attorneys to meet privately through the hearing as things occur in the case and the hearing progresses. So the clerk of the court and the judges only will have access to join this view, to join meetings and to jump back and forth between breakout rooms. The attorneys and the clients and the witnesses, for example, will receive a calendar invite, whether it's in Google or Outlook. In the calendar invite will be a link to a Microsoft Teams hearing. Everybody typically will receive, or most participants will receive, at least 2 calendar invites, and they can return to their calendar to jump into the next meeting, the sidebar meeting, for example, or the private attorney-client meeting, so that it's easy for everybody to understand. And inside those calendar invites, whether you're looking at Google or Outlook, you'll see, if the court has provided, a link to the files with all of the exhibits, so that last minute an attorney can bring a new exhibit to the case if something was that occurred the day before the hearing occurs. So after the hearing has concluded, the courts, both the judges and the clerks, will have access to view everything that happened and all the information provided inside the LawToolBox case in the general channel posts area, where they'll see hearing audio, video, transcripts, notes, files, and exhibits. Now, when they click on that blue bar in the middle of the screen, it opens up the actual meeting content. So while the participants in the hearing can be set so that they do not have access to chat or see chat or to share information via chat during the meeting, the judges and the clerks will have that, or can have the ability to chat. And so this is what you would see: any documents shared internally or any conversations that are marking notes during that particular hearing. Now, we talked about a file share that can be used to organize the information before the hearing occurs, and then during hearing, the judges and the attorneys can refer to certain folders within the file share area, and they can drag and drop new information so that everybody can instantly Everybody who has access to the file share, the attorneys and the judges and the clerks, can instantly see and refer to that, while the clerk will typically be managing the screen sharing happening as needed for new information that attorneys may present last minute. So when you look at the combination of LawToolBox, Teams for Legal, and Microsoft Teams for courts with virtual hearings, together these two products bring a comprehensive solution enabling courts and lawyers to become more virtual, not just to handle pandemic situations, but also to move into a more streamlined way to manage court cases at a higher volume and reduce the bottleneck and access and increase access to justice. So to learn more about LawToolBox and virtual hearings in Microsoft Teams, to learn more about how to join or provide RSVP links for webinars to not just the courts and the personnel in the courts, but also to the attorneys attending court and the witnesses that may be doing this for the first time, you can send them to www.lawtoolbox.com/register. And you can also learn more about how courts can add LawToolBox to their Microsoft invoice to get started with virtual hearings tomorrow.